bloodline.
He fixes you with a stare, looks you up and down, weighs you up, the cut of your cloth, the weight of your bag. A moment passes. Then a smile creases his face, a smile carefully constructed to look friendly and authentic, a smile that doesn't reach his eyes.
Greetings, my lord. Looking to ease the pain of a decaying world? You're in the right place. Beers are ordered at the bar, but can I interest you in a nourishing bowl of stew?
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on his elbow as he assesses you.
Killed by sorcerers, a most vile incident.
A lascivious smile spreads across his face. His tongue darts from his mouth to lick the spittle from his lips.
Let me ask you this. Across the world, who is renowned above all others for their exquisite love-making abilities?
Who shall rise?
My dear prince, I'm sure this is true. But I believe one of your kin is even more talented than your good self. And for an insignificantly small sum, I can make the introductions.
He holds out his hand. The money vanishes into his apron.
Now, let me ask you this. What flavour of stew do you prefer? Do you like the strong and meaty variety? Or do you prefer it delicate and fragrant, if you get my meaning? I admire your sense of adventure. Upstairs, my friend, on the second floor, the experience of a lifetime awaits you.
He gives you a mischievous grin, then dips his head in salute and turns away.
Killed by sorcerers, a most vile. A valiant warrior against the void.
You're not leaving my sight for a while longer yet.
She nods an uninterested greeting.
Here for the fight? This is a tavern. People are drinking. Eventually there'll be a fight. You planning on starting one? Buy me a drink and I'll think about it. Cheers. Later then.
I've spotted something.
This ring, it bears the Magister's seal, and there's blood on it.
The cook acknowledges you with a small bow, an oddly formal gesture given the surroundings.
Cooking notes. Wait, there's something wrong with this.
Stew is good, if you're thinking of eating.
Why the devil is this stall out in the open?
Please, sir, you should not be back here. It's not safe.
She grabs the note and glares at you, like a rattlesnake observing its next live meal.
You should have just kept out of this.
She gives you a defiant look.
Magisters are a blight. They deserve worse than the death I gave them. I wouldn't taint the earth with their carcasses. Better that they vanish into unsuspecting stomachs.
The cook shakes her head ruefully.
You should have just forgotten about all of this.
ready.
take your order. I'll take your order if you're polite, elf.
Alright now.
I'll take your order if you're polite, elf.
A lifeless elven child is cradled in your arms. Your vision blurs with tears. You look away. To a raised valley below. Tendrils of death fog dissipate, revealing a victorious Divine Order army advancing. Humans, magisters, murderers. Same as before, the spirit remains locked in a shocked trance.
The ring! It was right here, on my finger!
Taken too early, all hope destroyed. Thus ended the conclusion of a noble bloodline.
Something shakes the Magister's ghost from her stupor. Her gaze falls on the ring and brightens.
My ring!
Your words take a long moment to sink in, like they're being translated for the netherworld.
Return it! Home to my brethren!
The spirit smiles at you. If it weren't for the circumstances, it'd be almost heartwarming.
Get you something, friend.
Weep, my friends, for Alexander.
Thud, you're a hero.
Surrounded by incompetence. I deserve a better pope.
The Magister's jaw is tightly clenched as he stares out of the window. He senses you.
What?
Come on, can't I go and play with the others?
Well, what are you waiting for? Tell me! What? The bloody cook? It can't be. Well, why did Higba have that contraband then? That he's still guilty of something. I'm not calling off the manhunt until I have that fiend one way or another. As for this cook, do you have any proof?
Come on, can't I go and play with the others?
No can do, Chickadee. You're not leaving my sight for a while longer yet.
The Magister snatches the note and peers at it.
These names, they're the ones who went missing. And others. My name is on here.
Come on.
The cook's been reported dead. How did you get this? Never mind, I thought she was another victim, but this... She must have been the culprit.
He shudders in disgust.
And to think she was so near to us, to me, all this time. It seems I owe you my thanks. And a reward.
He holds out a pouch of gold. You try to take it, but he doesn't yet relinquish his grasp. With his free hand, he wags a finger in your face.
Keep this ugliness to yourself. I wouldn't want it thought that we Magisters can't solve our own problems without throwing gold about.
Don't play with the others.
He lets go of the pouch and turns away.
No can do, Chickadee. You're not leaving my side for a while longer yet.
But Ma!
Barwint, would you have me die of thirst?
Right
Fill
away.
my damn cup.
Come on, can't I go and play with the others?
Bloodline.
I'm telling you, if they got nothing to hide, they got nothing to be scared of.
Hold it. Papa no, you no go.
Damn right. I got a right to live, don't I? Throw me the booze. It's the greatest food or drink.
He grins, unpleasantly.
Just because Blathin says we're friends doesn't mean we are. If her name's all you got, you might as well twinkle your little toes back on outside. We done here. It's already mad as a bag of cats down there, and I've no intention of flinging another mangy yowler in there. Scoot!
I know what you're getting at, but the Magisters say sorcerers lure in those void-woken. Gather them up, I say.
All hope destroyed.
And if the Magisters told you to jump off a tall bridge, would you do it?
Might as well have rotted in the death box.
You really don't have to look that far. Oh, forget it.
This is more like it. This room has standards.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
A weathered woman in a dirty sea captain's tunic babbles breathlessly to herself.
The bell rings a warning and the tide is on the turn. And I without my compass. The ship is in the locker, on the bottom in the rocky shallows, and all are drowned but me. And yet, can you hear? The bell rings on. The bell haunts me yet, and it would drive me mad. Perhaps I am already mad. But I swear I hear the bells. Please, make it stop.
She buries her head in her hands and cries.
Make it stop.
You really don't have to look that far.
Rocks ahead, Captain. Do you hear me?
A ghostly seaman stares at the captain, his lip curled in a malevolent grin, his eyes wide with hate, and all the time he rings his bell. He registers your presence. His head swivels towards you.
Spoke to the lady, Captain, didn't you? I seen you scale skin cozying up. Are you with her, or sail you with us? Then you won't sail with her. She ran the ship upon the rocks, although I rang the bell. That light weren't no lighthouse. I rang the bell in warning, and she ran the ship upon the rocks. You ran the ship upon the rocks, Captain, and all the crew were drowned.
Oh, forget it.
I'm doing my duty here, I am. I'm the lookout, and I'm ringing the bell. Rocks ahead, Captain! There's no lighthouse here! Rocks ahead! Ha 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 ha!
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying...
But I'm on duty here! There are rocks ahead, and the captain must know it!
Stick to your own kite.
He blinks once, twice. A single salty tear drips from one ghostly eye. The bell falls silent. He raises a finger to his temple in salute and fades away.
Oh, forget it.
She babbles breathlessly on, barely aware you're there.
My ears are still a-ringing. And I have you to thank for it? Then thank you, I surely do. That accursed bell lies with the peacemaker, on the bottom in the rocky shallows. My compass lies there too. The compass surely lies on the bottom, near where the ship was wrecked. Take it with my blessing, if you can find it. My sailing days are done. Let me mark your chart. But you be warned. Stay off the wreck itself. Let her lie as a monument to her dead crew, and as testament to my mistake.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
She goes white as the proverbial ghost.
You've got no call to go looking for no cargo. Far as anyone's concerned, we sailed with an empty hold, and if there's anything left to salvage, you leave it where it is. Heed me. Leave the cargo of the peacemaker alone.
She turns away. Conversation over.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy.